And welcome back to more Windows XP. No, they're not. You discontinued Windows XP, you liars. Welcome back to more Windows XP. Let's play Joy. I'm sure this will be fun as we partake in more Let's Play CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. In the last part, we actually completed the first case, and we did a pretty damn good job, if I do say so myself. So hopefully in this part we can continue being so goddamn awesome. I'm gonna skip all this because, well, you don't care. We'll continue my game because my game is quite obviously the best. You want the Unman 101 because, you know, I think that's what it says under. Yeah. The Unman 101 because Lewis was my test run and I can't do that anymore. Light my fire. Can you tell what the crime is? It's Arson. Because you're lighting fires. This is actually quite an interesting one. I don't actually mind this one very much, if at all. So, we'll give it a bash, why not? Let's play CSI Crime Scene Investigation Case 2, Light My Fire.
I need you to go investigate another crime. Sarah will meet you on the site and give you the details. She's one of our best. You can learn a lot from her.
Looks like somebody's been playing with matches.
What we seem to have here is a break-in and arson. According to his statement, Jason Gray, the homeowner, left his house around 11:30 p.m. to go for a run. He was gone for a little over an hour, came back to find his home office ablaze. Got the fire out, but lost most of his office gear, computer, desk, the works. We've already canvassed the neighborhood, but nobody saw anything or anybody suspicious. Wish I had more for you.
That's what we're here for, officer. We'll start processing the scene, but we're going to want to chat with Mr. Gray. Sorry we had to meet here at the scene. I'm Sarah Seidel. Glad you could come aboard CSI. It was getting kind of old being the new kid myself. Anyway, I hear good things about you. We're going to pair up just fine.
Thanks, I'm a cool guy, I hope. Anyway, I don't actually want to talk to him yet. That's probably the homeowner. Well, one imagines.
We'll want to test for accelerants, things that started the fire. This looks like a typical burn pattern, lots of charred samples and residual gas in the air.
That's what I was thinking, because there are fumes, and that's the one. Take samples of gases and fumes, so we want this.
Are you sure you haven't done this before?
No.
Good luck. Greg will tell us something useful from the sample.
I just remember the reason for it, because it's called the Sniffer, and that made me giggle. It's like a burn pattern. Heat signatures? Do you want the infrared?
We can't use that here.
Okay, maybe it is UV.
We can't use that here.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I think that may or may not have just been it then. Fair enough. Is there anything else we can look at over here? Ooh.
There's a redial button. Maybe we should find out who the last person was on the other end.
Okay.
Leave a message.
Pleasant. Sounds like Ray keeps good company.
I was gonna say, what a charming little asshole. We're not actually gonna do anything on that point. Ooh.
Every fire has its share of survivors. This is not one of them. If the perps were grabbing up Gray's papers before lighting them, we might find a survivor. Fingerprints. Too fragile to dust, but there's other ways to check for prints.
Like the... Yeah, the ninhydrin. Ooh. 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 Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, it's going... So you know it's serious. New evidence added. Look at this. I am plowing through. Can I take this?
Every fire has its share of survivors.
Nope. I guess not. Okay, never mind. If you're gonna be like that about it. What? What's down here? Oh, this is like getting a view from behind the... Okay. Computer looks beat to shit. There's a...
Rag fragments. Smells greasy. I don't imagine Mr. Gray was working on his car in here, do you?
To be honest, I'm dubious. So we're gonna pick that up and see if Greg can tell us anything from the lab. What's, wait.
This lighter's an antique,
Yeah.
so maybe it's just a collectible, but The cap's been screwed off and it's empty. Anything that could have started this fire is important. Collect it.
Yes, miss. Boom! Check it! Grab that. Could there possibly be anything else at all? The answer to this is apparently not. Not that we haven't already got from this viewpoint. The door's open. Yeah, the door's open. Why is there no flowers there? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Grissom says let the evidence tell the story. So, if this window was broken from here, why so many shards outside?
Oh, man. Maybe this was an inside job. Ooh, maybe someone was inside the house when they were doing it.
Does that look like a shoe print to you? Me neither. Cast it. Maybe Gray can give us a lab rat's eye view that'll tell us what the heck it is.
It's really weird. Casting plaster and frame? Yeah. Looks really weird. I have no idea what that is. Is that everything? Yes. Yes, I believe it is. Everything out here. So it would seem I can't turn the camera. So we'll, now I think is whoa. Why was it like...
Well, we know the window's broken. What we need to know is how it got that way.
There's glass on the inside too?
Glass on the floor could mean the window was broken from outside. So our arsonist could have been standing just outside that window before the fun began.
There's glass on both sides.
We can't use that here. We can't use that here.
Then what do you want me to do? Detection?
There's nothing special there. There's nothing special there.
I'm really confused as to what you actually want me to do right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you. No, it wouldn't be that. Tweezers. Tweezers.
We can't use that here. We can't use that here. We can't use that here.
Alright, whatever. I guess we don't pick glass up from the inside? I have no bleeding clue. It's finally time to talk to you, my man.
I'm Jason Gray. You the officers who wanted to speak with me?
We're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab, Mr. Gray. Criminalists. Sorry about your house. We just have a few questions.
Anything I can do to help. I hope there's some chance you can find whoever did this to me.
What happened here?
Well, as I told the officer, I went out to get a little exercise. I do this when I can't sleep. It must have been around 11:30 because it was after the news. At any rate, I wasn't gone for much more than an hour 15 at the most. But as I was walking home, I could see a strange light coming from my office. And then I caught a whiff of smoke and the alarms went off. Mentally, I mean. I rushed in and somehow managed to put the fire out. Best I could.
What was destroyed?
Well, I haven't taken a complete inventory, but obviously my computer, and with it, all my files and research, projects, client database. It'll take months to reconstruct it all. I should have kept backup disks in a safe deposit box, but damn hindsight. At least my insurance will cover some of it.
So you definitely had insurance. That's good. Do you know anyone who might have wanted to do this?
Maliciously, you mean? I don't know, really. Not unless... Well, there is one person, but I can't imagine... James Ritchie. He's my biggest rival in the field. Aviation design. Anyway, we go way back. Not all of it good. He's been stealing clients away for a long time. And he's got a checkered past, to say the least. Still find it hard to believe.
Interesting. I'll bring it up with Brass. Oh.
He's got several offices around town. I couldn't hazard a guess where he'd be right now.
Yeah, I'll bring it up with Brass. Do you recognize this lighter?
Yes, of course. Kind of a keepsake I'd misplaced. Thanks for finding it.
Yeah, hopefully we kept hold of that. Good. Yeah, you shouldn't have given it to him. Okay. Let's go to Brass.
Any breaks in the arson?
Can you check out James Ritchie?
Well, let's pull him up. Seems Mr. Ritchie has a prior for insurance fraud. Promising. Charges were eventually dropped. But you know what they say, where there's smoke?
Can you locate James Ritchie?
His company has a few offices scattered around Vegas. But the downtown branch seems to be the HQ. I'd start there.
Excellent. I will go there after I run some stuff over the lab with my boy Greg Sanders. What a boss.
We got an arson case and need some tests run.
Well, and it's a pleasure to see you too, Sarah. But I'm starting to feel like this relationship is kind of lopsided. I give, you take.
How about I make it up to you by giving you this evidence to analyze for us?
Somehow I don't think I'm making my point. So, you got a hot case, huh?
Hey.
Yeah, well, let's have a look.
God, I do like this guy. This glass, like, can you do anything with it?
Judging by the radial fractures and hackle marks, you've got a window broken in with a great deal of force. Funny peculiar, I mean. Erosion patterns suggest the outside of the window is traveling away from the source of impact.
Right. Which means breaking marks suggest it was broken from inside of the house. Exactly. What about this lighter?
Do I have to tell you it's a lighter? And that it once contained lighter fluid?
Well, no, but I was hoping there was a bit more to it than fuck you. What about this burnt rag?
What we have here is a rag containing the delicate bouquet of fuel oil number 1 family, an accelerant. But it's a popular rag with lots of other party guests, dirt, grease, and a turbine oil used only in commercial aviation. Strong possibility that our fuel oil number 1 accelerant was jet fuel. And one more tasty tidbit for you, that rag's made of cotton fiber. And I'm not talking an old t-shirt here. It's exotic. One of 2 of almost 700 known cotton germplasms. One of which can only be found in Guatemala, while the other is native to northern regions of Ecuador.
That's fascinating. Contains traces of fuel oil number 1s made from South American cotton. Why couldn't you have just said that, dude? Okay, what can you do with this fume sample?
You're gonna love this. It's as simple as ABC. A, it's lighter fluid. B, it's not lighter fluid. It's from the fuel oil number 1 family. Or C, it's both.
Interesting. Yeah? That's not bad at all. What can you tell us what this thing is?
Well, what this isn't is a shoe print. It may be a knee print, but I'm fresh out of knee print databases, so I can't do much with it at the moment.
Well, I don't imagine that would be a thriving sort of... I can scan it in? I did that. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Yeah, okay. No, fair enough. Not massively expected. Search this, please. Ooh. Whose is it?
We have an APHIS match to James Ritchie, charged with insurance fraud 4 years ago. Case was dropped, however.
Oh. James Ritchie, insurance fraud. Interesting, considering that he is the person we are next about to go and talk to. Anyway, we'll continue this as an... fuck, I keep messing this up. We'll continue with this in the next excitingly mediocre Let's Play part of Let's Play CSI Crime Scene Investigation. I'll see you next time. Bye!